In our math notebook today, you're going to turn to the table of contents and write multiplying fractions. Multiplying fractions, ... page 25 to 26. We're going to do 2 pages of notes today, page 25 to 26, multiplying fractions. Then you're going to turn to page 25. Make sure you write page 25 wherever you're keeping up with your page numbers. And then today's notes are going to be handwritten. So at the top, you're going to write multiplying fractions. When multiplying fractions, you multiply numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. There is no finding a common denominator. There's just simply multiplying straight across numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. Then simplify if necessary. There is still simplifying. Simplify if necessary. Now, we have a couple more notes to take on the same topic on the same page. If you have a whole number, make it a fraction by putting a 1 under it. And then I usually sing a little song. If you want to multiply, put a 1 under it. If you want to multiply, put a 1 under it. Oh, 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 oh. If you want to multiply, put a 1 under it. All right, now we're going to do some examples. 3 times 1/3. So I have a whole number. If I want to multiply, I put a 1 under it. Bloop. I do not rewrite them one on top of the other because I want to multiply straight across. So 3 times 1 is 3. 1 times 3 is 3. I simplify. 3 divided by 3 is actually 1. So 3 times 1/3 is 1. All right, let's look at the next example. 8/9 times 4. If you want to multiply, put a 1 under it. Doop. 8 times 4 is 32. 9 times 1 is 9. It's an improper fraction, so I'm going to put the top in the box. 32 divided by 9. That's going to be 3. I regroup. 5, and that's just 5, remainder 5. So that is 3 and 5/9. You should like multiplication a lot more than addition and subtraction because there's no finding a common denominator. You just simply multiply straight across. One more example we're going to do. 2/7 times 8/9. I don't need to put a 1 under anything because I don't have a whole number, so I just go straight across. 2 times 8 is 16. 7 times 9 is 63. And I cannot simplify that. On page 26, write page 26 wherever you're keeping up with your page numbers. At the top, you're going to write multiplying mixed numbers. Multiplying mixed numbers. This is still easier than adding and subtracting mixed numbers. Step 1, get mad and make each mixed number an improper fraction. So that's the same thing we did when we were adding and subtracting fractions. We got mad first. We are not going to find a common denominator. Step 2 is multiply numerator times numerator. Multiply numerator times numerator. And denominator times denominator. Step 3, convert back to a mixed number. That's where we divide. And then step 4, simplify if necessary. All right, so we are going to do a couple of examples here. 2 3/4 times 8. So we have to get mad. 4 times 2 is 8, 9, 10, 11 fourths. I'm not going to get mad with my 8 because it's only a whole number, but if I want to multiply, I'm going to put a 1 under it. So I have to remember what I did on page 25 as well. 11 times 8 is 88. 4 times 1 is 4. When I divide 88 by 4, I get 22. It's a whole number. There is no simplifying necessary. Our next example is going to be 4 1/2 times 1 1/4. We're going to get mad. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 more is 9 halves. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 more is 5 fourths. We're going to multiply straight across. 9 times 5 is 45. 2 times 4 is 8. We're going to divide 45 divided by 8. That is 5. 8 times 5 is 40 with 5 left over. So that is 5 and, oops, that looks bad. Let's scoot that over. 5 and 5/8. I cannot simplify 5/8. So you will use these notes this week to do your math work.